Hey all, it's Alma with the Cat's Pajamas, and today I want to show you how to create this card by coloring on craft paper. For this card, we'll be using two stamp sets, Big Family Words and Family Forever. And we'll be using the Misty as well. Start with a 5.5 by 4.25 piece of craft cardstock. Now I'm just going to pull the stamps that I want off the sets and audition them on the cardstock. One great thing about clear stamps is that it's so easy to figure out the design of your cards because you can see exactly how the images look on the page and how they work together. I'm going to add the "You're the Best" saying on the bottom of the card, so I know that I need more space at the bottom to accommodate it. So I'm good with this placement. Now I'll just bring over the cover of the Misty to adhere the stamps to the top. And I'll just ink up the stamps with Marvy black ink and stamp onto craft paper. If I wanted the image to be darker, I just ink up again. It's easy to get exact placement with the Misty. So I'm pretty satisfied with this image, so I'm going to start coloring. The first thing I want to do is mark with white pencil the highlights. For me, it's a good way to really see where the light's coming from, and it makes it easier for me to figure out where the shadows are. Now I'll just add the yellow and orange for the ducks, and figure that the craft paper is the medium tone. So now let's move on to the bear. First the boots. I'm darkening around the edges of the boots, leaving the area that will be the reflection alone. The place where I put the white in the boot really helps me not lose the shape of the highlight. So let's do the bear body. Remember, the craft paper is the mid-tone. So we have the white where the highlight is, the craft paper is the mid-tone, so we can go work on the darks. So I'll start filling in the darks, gradually building up the color. And then we'll do the belly and the muzzle. Now the belly and the muzzle are light, just like the ducks were, but they're not quite as white. They still have color. So I'm going to reinforce the dark. And then I'll just add some pink to the ears and the cheeks. Now let's do the umbrella. Some cream and red, darkening up along the edges. And then I'm going to add some shading to underneath the ducks and the bear. And then I'm going to go back and freshen up the highlights with the white pencil. See what a difference that makes? Sweet. Now I found this great honeycomb paper to use for the sentiment. So I'll just stamp the sentiment "You're the Best" with some VersaFine black and then set that aside. For more interest, I'm adding a strip of washi tape. I think it'll look really great and really highlight the sentiment on the honeycomb paper. I'll just cut some flags to both sides of the sentiment. Now I like it, but I think it really needs something in the upper left corner. These are my go-to dies. One die cuts cloud shapes and one cuts stitches in the same pattern. So it's easy to just lay them across the card front where I want the cut to be, and then place the stitched border right below it, and run them through the die cut machine. Now let's do the base. Take a lighter piece of 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece of Kraft cardstock and fold that in half. And I'm going to insert one side into the wood grain embossing folder. And I'm going to make sure that the folder is right to or over the fold. And I'm going to run that through. Lee O'Brien, this wood grain's for you. Now I'll use sticky adhesive to adhere the front panel to the wood grain base. See how sticky it is? It's pulling out the paper. Now I'll just add the sentiment with the foam tape. It's sweet but still masculine. Coloring on Kraft paper. I hope you give it a try. You can find all the stamps and dies on the Cat's Pajamas website. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.